All right, as you can see, this is a first. I'm in a suit. I feel like Fantastic Four, Avengers, or something like that. Superman. I feel like I got superpowers right now. There's a reason for being in this suit. It's a business that I adore, and I think it's doing something good in the community. And I'm here with Erika and Cam from OHM Fitness.
Awesome.
Welcome, Erika and Cam from OHM Fitness.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is this your guys' first podcast? Or?
This is my first podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yes, officially.
And Erika just had a baby. So, she's back at it right now,
Yes, 10 weeks. He's 10 weeks old. So I'm a little bit of a workaholic, working on my working out-aholic.
Yeah.
But luckily I have OHM. So I'm, thanks, Eddie, for having us.
Pleasure.
I wear a lot of hats along with Cam, but we do all things marketing, operations in South Florida for OHM.
And we've been friends for a long time.
Yes.
And Cam?
Yeah, so I am the head trainer at the South Florida franchise. So like Erika said, I do wear a lot of hats, but I mostly focus on the trainers, the programming, all the stuff kind of that happens within the four walls of the studio. So
Okay, so we'll go straight to it. Most people feel like this electrocution type thing.
Ooh.
They don't know if it works, if it doesn't work. We're wearing this suit. Explain to me the suit.
yeah.
We'll go straight to that.
Yeah. So the suit has 20 electrostimulation pads on it. It's covering about 90% of your major muscle groups. So our classes are very basic calisthenic movements, but the suit itself makes those movements harder by adding resistance to each individual muscle group. So, you're doing squats, push-ups, basic movements, but those pads are going to amplify those movements for you, giving you more contractions within your muscles.
Which causes then what? To just burn more calories?
Yeah, so you essentially burn more calories, you tone, build muscle while burning excess fat. So it's kind of a life hack, biohack kind of thing to where your muscles are working faster than they normally would in a traditional workout setting, which is why our saying is you get about 2.5 hours of a traditional workout just in 25 minutes in the suit.
So this might be like a really stupid question, but when you're passing electricity, or these shocks, or what do you guys consider it?
Can I add?
Yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
So we don't say electricity. You're going to scare people.
Yeah, it's fine.
And so our suit is the Empower suit. And so it stands for like electromuscle stimulation, right? Okay. And so we do have like code words we don't use because we don't want to scare anybody.
Yeah.
It sometimes folks, when they come out of the workout, they're like, that's like the best different feeling that I've ever had. So it is, it's pulsating. EMS, the
pulse
EMS, yeah, it's a pulse. It's we don't say zap, right? And so it is a pulse that you're feeling on your muscle, and it feels good, and it just allows. So when you think about your arm, if you put your arm out and you do one contraction, you only have the ability to do one contraction on your own, just like the human body. What's happening when you're working out and you're doing like a curl, and you can speak more on the science of this. The suit is pulsating at how many?
Yeah, so if you were to do like a normal squat, like she said, you would get about 1 to 2 muscle contractions in each muscle group. When the suit is on, you're getting about 65 to 85 muscle contractions per second.
When the pulse is hitting me, it's considered, I guess the stupid question was, if I'm working out, like I feel like I'm like, pulling on my muscles.
Yeah.
When the pulse actually has like a workout effect.
So those are your muscles contracting, right? So when you are struggling to lift, your muscles are contracting to force that muscle group to go up and down. So what you're feeling in the suit is that same thing, just amplified at a higher rate. So that's why you're only holding 2 pounds, 3 pounds, or nothing at all, but it still feels like it's weight in your hands when it's just the pads forcing those contractions to go up and down. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The question is, when I had gone to you guys when Erika first told me about it, and I thought it was a phenomenal workout. I just knew anyone in the gate was really nice, but it was awesome. I didn't really notice at the moment. I get home, I slept like a baby.
Yes.
Right, and the next day I felt like I had like a great workout.
Yeah.
Like every muscle group. Every little, even the little ones in your neck, etc. There's not a lot of exercises that I've done that have made me feel like I play pickleball, basketball, all that type of stuff. And how often can I do it per week then, if it's that consistent where you're working out and you're getting the pulse? What's the right way to go about it if I'm going to you guys?
Yeah. So I would always recommend, like, if this is the sole thing you're going to do, 3 to 4 times would be great. Just like a standard workout, you try to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. The reason you're feeling it so intensely is because it's hitting deep muscle fibers, right? It doesn't discriminate. Right. Exactly. So it's going to fire evenly on the left and right side, whereas if you were to go to the gym, sometimes we have those natural muscle imbalances that one side is usually working a little bit harder than the other, but in the suit it doesn't discriminate, right? So it's going to be working your left side just as hard as it's going to be working your right side, and hitting those deep muscle fibers that you really can't touch by just working out with regular weights in the gym.
If after I go for a month or 2 months, is the body to get used to it, or
Yeah. I always
maintenance?
Yeah, and so I always try to describe it as like going to the gym. Naturally, when you go to the gym, you can lift heavier weights as you continue to go consistently. Just like in the suit, you can ramp the suit up higher as you consistently go, because your body will be used to the stimulation that it's delivering throughout the suit. So yeah, you will absolutely get used to it, and you'll be able to push yourself harder each time you go. Yeah. Sure.
More of your question, okay? Why did you guys think that South Florida was a good opportunity to bring down OHM Fitness to?
Oh my goodness! Everybody,
because there's a very big fitness community here.
Everybody cares about what they look like here and how they show up, and I always always said we have just the best weather here, so there's a pressure of always like feeling good and looking good. I used to live in New York. I probably put 20 pounds on in the winter when I lived in New York, and I was just like, didn't really necessarily.
But here's a little bit different because people like dress differently, so you don't even pick up on it, because it's cold and stuff.
I know. We can cut that, but still, it's just part of my story. But in South Florida, people care about how they feel, how they look, how they feel, and so it just felt like a really good market to bring it to. And then people care about timing, right? We've got to deal with traffic, and it's crazy, and so people don't want to spend too much time at the gym. Our workouts are 25 minutes, and as you saw in a quick, efficient workout, you feel that afterburn for days. So you can fit it into your schedule. So I don't know if there's anything you would add, Will.
How's the process? Like, I arrive, I open the door, I already went.
Huh?
Retirees, elderly.
I'll ask you about that now. Like, hey, what type of people go? What type of people is OHM Fitness, good for, or something along those lines?
Well, I was gonna say South Florida big retirement community. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's the reason why you guys came down.
Yeah.
we get hit all the
Yeah.
The good looking people, the retirees, the time, families.
So ready? I'm gonna ask you that again.
No, God, go to Cam again.
You talked good about the time and everything else too.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
I'm just gonna put this up like this. That's it.
It's like uncut.
It's like uncut. Like, people like this, you know. Like,
you can get all the bad stuff.
Listen,
You can ask.
so explain to me, okay, for people who don't know, because I went there, okay. I'm interested in doing a class. Okay. I know you guys do your first free class or something. Was it first free week?
First free week.
You guys have a first free week.
3 classes.
For anybody who hasn't been before.
Correct.
You get free 3 first classes.
You also do the body scan.
The body scan. So I walk in, I did it, but explain to the people when they walk in and they entertain and they visit for the first free week program, what can they expect? What's the process like?
Can you answer that? Okay. Yeah, so the first...
For someone who's like a little bit nervous, maybe, I don't know, I'm trying something new, what can they expect?
So first day, we'll get you fitted for your suit. You'll get a tour of the facility. We'll show you where our red light rooms are. We'll show you what our Styku body scan's all about. And then we kind of introduce you to the coach so you feel comfortable on who's going to be training you, right? Because it's a lot of trust to have all your muscle groups controlled by an individual that you never met before. So
the coach actually pretty nice. So
yeah, and so the coach will come down, kind of talk to you about your fitness level, where you want to work, because the suit is fully customizable. So for instance,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I can turn off the top part and leave the bottom.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh. So if there's a certain body part you don't want on, we could turn it off, or vice versa, right? So if you're trying to work on a certain area of your body, you have a goal that you want to achieve. You can talk to your trainer, say, hey, I want to work on, I want to work on my stomach. I want to work on my legs. Can you ramp that up for me and have higher resistance in the suit there? And they'll absolutely accommodate to your needs. So that's day one. All about the suit, all about getting to know the
And it's usually what simple calisthenics that they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So the movement's very simple: squats, push-ups, lunges, curls. Nothing too crazy. And then on the second day, when they come in for their second day, they will do a Styku scan. So again, they'll meet with the trainer. The trainer will scan their body and kind of give them a complete rundown of their body composition. So their fat mass, their muscle mass, how many calories they burn. So that way they can have numbers to support their goals. And I think that's really huge. That is different from any other gym, is that, you buy a membership and they say, here's some equipment and do what you
Go
want
for it,
to do.
yeah.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know how to work out.
Yeah. So on day 2, we're saying, hey, this is what where your body's at. What are your goals, and how can we help you get there through that scan that they do on day 2? And then for their third and final class, we introduce them to the red light therapy. The red light therapy is great for muscle growth, collagen reproduction, great for your skin as well. I mean, we live in Florida, so everyone's got some type of sun damage or something, sunspots. So great for that, just help rejuvenate your skin. As well as your muscles. So they get all of those services just in that free week. So they kind of get a feel of what OHM is all about before they have to feel the need to join. So, we give them all the services, and
and they're welcome to the family after.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say to anyone who's nervous, like you said, to come on their own, to come with a friend.
Yeah,
it's fun. We see so many groups coming together, and we've hosted, different teams from different organizations. And there's something about looking at your best friend next to you, feel an EMS pulse that is hilarious. And so it gives you a little bit of laugh. And
you have some videos.
Less scary. Yes, I have some videos of Eddie. I also, my first, class ever, in our Boca studio, did it with my dad and my husband. So that was really fun.
Yeah. But your husband's hooked on it.
He's hooked. He's hooked. Yeah.
You would think this is like a girl thing or a woman thing. It's not. No,
I think when we first introduced the concept, like when I first started talking to him about the concept, and he saw the suit, and he's like, "Oh wait, I got to put that on like that." He felt like uncomfortable putting on this suit, and now he's like laundering his own suit at home, and he's hanging it up, and he's taking care of the suit himself, to the point where my 2-year-old son, looks at the logo. And he calls him Appa. He's like, Appa workout, because of the logo. So like brand recognition with the logo and my son, because it's part of my husband's everyday life.
Yeah.
So he sleeps better too, just like what you said. He loves it. And when he doesn't go, he's like, I haven't gone and my back's starting to hurt again.
Yeah.
So it does help with if anybody does have, any sort of previous injuries or something, like a rehab, which he wouldn't certify himself.
Working out in general,
yeah.
You need to do it,
Oh, yes.
Yeah. If I don't work out for 2-3 days, I feel it, You feel like your body is slower, your arms heavier. It hurts, especially the older you get. When you're younger, it's a little bit different, you can feel like now work out for a couple of weeks and you'll be good.
Yeah.
And this is it's extremely important, especially for long-term health and everything that's going on now. What was that machine named? Nyko or
Styku?
Styku. Yeah. So that's
Styku.
That's the body scan.
Yeah. So how often do you put people through that Styku machine and they look at themselves and like, oh my God, wow, okay, this is I have to do something, about this,
Yeah.
Like give me there, because I did it, and it's surprising numbers. How are people's experience usually when you're going through this process and you're showing them hey, this is how you can better your life? Because you guys give a full plan.
Yeah. So the Styku, I love it as a trainer and as a nutritionist, because we try to do them every 4 to 6 weeks. Usually that's when you start to see some progress, is that first 4 to 6 weeks when you're consistently doing it. But as a trainer, as a nutritionist, it tells you both sides of fitness. Like we mentioned earlier, working out is just one step of the fitness lifestyle, but also knowing how to support your body while you're going through that is a major thing. So in the Styku, it even tells you your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. So it's telling you how many calories you burn naturally, and then setting goals to how many calories should you eat if you want to hit this certain weight, whatever your goal is, or vice versa. Like for me, I needed to put on a little weight. I wanted to put on some muscle mass. So how many calories should I eat to hit that goal? So it's telling you, yes, you should be working out at home, wearing your suit, coming 3 to 4 times, but it's also saying, hey, this is how we're going to take it a step further and show you how it's going to help you outside of here by what food should we be eating, how many calories should we be eating to help support the workout that you're doing in the studio as well.
But when I did it, I think you can like punch in like I want to lose 10 pounds, and it'll tell you like you can lose 10 pounds in 2 months.
So that's what I was saying about the calories. So with the Styku machine, it'll say, hey, your BMR is 2,000 calories. For those people that don't know, your BMR is how many calories you burn naturally. So you can say, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds in the Styku machine, and it'll say, okay, so you should probably eat around 16 to 1,700 calories for the next 6 weeks, and then we'll step back on the Styku again after they do that process.
What's the average calories that I could burn in 25 minutes with you guys? Like if I'm like, a moderate level, like what are you looking at?
Yeah, so that's tricky to calculate. The thing with, and Erika pointed on it, is the afterburn. So you're not only burning calories during the workout, but after the workout as well. So your muscles just don't stop pulsing as soon as the suit goes off. It's going to be pulsing for a good 3 to 5 hours after the workout as well. So you're still burning more calories than you would even after you take the suit off. So on average, I'd say around about 600 to 700 calories throughout the
25 minutes.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah. So
I've seen how many, like I've seen like a cheeseburger like 300 calories, like
you're right.
And I'm like, oh my god, I need to work out for like 2 hours to burn this.
Yeah.
Just one 25-minute class with us.
Yeah, 125-minute class.
You can have all the cheeseburgers
Two
you want.
cheeseburgers,
Two of them. Yeah.
Listen, I wanted to touch a little bit on nutrition. Like a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the option of what you have in the stores, or I don't know if it's the way you grew up. Hispanics usually grew up like eating a lot. Like in my case,
Yeah.
now fast foods are easier to get than ever.
Yeah.
How is it that someone can make the shift to actually like trying to eat cleaner and better? I've cut out sugar. Like you have a colada there, I would love to drink that colada. I don't do colada with sugar anymore because I noticed that it would make me hungrier down the line, and I would end up eating more. And that I actually found out through a podcast. I was with the chief of police of Doral, and I asked him for his diet because he works all the time. He goes, avocados, chicken, steak, like meat, vegetables, no sugar, no this, no that.
We got to get him in a suit.
And he would love it, actually. He's a good guy, smart guy. I'll make the connection. He could bring his whole force over there because he's always working out with them and doing things like that. Yeah. And he like worked, and I'm like, I started eating cleaner and stuff like that, and I've lost a little bit of weight, and you feel so much better,
Yeah. I would say like small things for viewers to try is, like you said, finding single ingredient foods. People call it clean foods, but it's really just single ingredient foods. Like you said, avocados, chickens, produce, fruit. I think that is the easiest way to start your nutritional journey. But I tell all of my clients, it's got to be 80-20. You can't set a diet and say, I'm going to 100% do this 7 days a week. You got to be able to stick to that single ingredient or whatever it's working for you, whether it's low carbs or no sugar, and do that 80% of the week. And have your 20% of the week be whatever you want to eat, because it's not going to be sustainable if you try to go 100% of the time. You know what I mean?
You make me think of like just consistency. If you're consistent with your workout and just wanting to feel better, and I see that in my husband. As soon as he started going and committing to 2 to 3 times a week, all of a sudden he's like, I don't want that bread.
Correct.
I don't want less sugar. I don't want that rice. I'm like, eat the bagel. Yeah. It's all I got. I'm eating the bagel. You eat the bagel. So I think it's, if you bring consistency to one part, if you struggle with the food and you're not working out, just try one side. Just try to commit to, be consistent with your workouts, and then we can support you in the nutritional side. If you're already like, I'm great with my nutrition, I just need a better or newer, better, cooler, workout option, to come and try us too. And we can help you with that consistency there and tracking your results through the Styku. But consistency is kind of the word that comes to mind, especially when I see, my husband, like he just loves this place.
The thing is that most people are consistently inconsistent.
Oh yeah.
So it's hard, it's hard. But I think if you apply yourself and you see a little bit of gains in the beginning, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then you start,
We have a friend of mine that started going. He's lost 50 pounds
Wow.
in 6 months. And so I did ask him. I
That's
said,
amazing.
"Hey, can we feature your story?" He's like, "Absolutely." And I'm like, "Okay, but like, you
Like,
didn't do."
but give him a shout out right now. Who is it?
His name is Kieran. Yeah,
Kieran?
Kieran.
And then what? He came to you
Yeah.
guys. Talk to me a little about it.
Yeah. So
How did he find you?
So I love him. Good friend of mine. Used to work together. I invited him in for his free week, and he took it for, on his own, tracking his results. We did the Styku, and he just became addicted to it, right? And so I checked in with him recently because I kind of went on hiatus after the baby, right? And I'm like, okay, let me come back to life and check in on my friends. Q, are you still going? Yes. He sends me a picture of himself. I'm 50 pounds. It's just amazing.
That's
and
incredible.
Yeah. And so I asked him, I was like, okay, before I like blast this over the internet and make a claim here, is that all you did? Was it just OHM? Is there anything else? He's like, I honestly, yeah. He's like, as soon as I started being more consistent with OHM, then I started eating cleaner. But I've been consistent. He goes to our Pinecrest studio 2 to 3 times a week. We should post it like before and after.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah, because he's
For real?
I have goosebumps because he's just a
Wow.
success story, and
But you know what happens is that you guys make it so easy.
Yeah.
It's 25 minutes. It's on a suit. It doesn't feel like you're working out. Like you're
And
working out.
yeah.
You're feeling it after 1,000,000%. But at the moment, it feels like you're just like hanging out. It doesn't feel like it's something like super intense.
And when you think about Miami, you asked me earlier like about South Florida market and why did we come here? And I think about the people that live here, and we're all workaholics in some way.
Yeah.
You're either going to a corporate office type function, or you're an entrepreneur that's the hustle, right? The Miami hustle. And so we struggle to find like, can I do it? Do I have time to do it? And this is the friend. He works hard. He's great at what he does, and that he's just struggling with like being consistent with a workout. And you're right, we do make it easy. Like I'm wearing my suit right now.
Yep.
Right, you can put a blazer over it. Maybe not after you work out. You gotta take it off, right? And but he, I'm just so proud of him and his consistency too.
That's amazing. And I was gonna ask you something right now. What time do you guys usually have classes? Like, what's the first class in the morning, the latest class in the afternoon?
6 is our first, right?
Yeah, so we
6 a.m.?
we run classes every 45 minutes. So again, it goes back to making it easy for you guys.
Oh, wow.
Every 45 minutes, we have a class starting at 6 a.m. Our last class in the morning is at 12, and then we reopen at 3 and have classes all the way through 6:45. So
just pop in. And
every 45 minutes we have one, and if you come in a little early, you can always do red light. You can do a Styku scan, check your progress. And it goes back to making it easy, right? Like we're a one-stop shop. You get your recovery, Styku, and work it up.
I'm laughing because one of our recent guests said that we were accountability nightmares. Because you can pop in, especially if like your first time, just come in, talk to us. Like it's not scary. We'll get you set up. But after, we want you to book your
Just to
free
be serious
classes.
about it.
Yeah, and that's where the accountability comes, and we help you with the consistency. Because if you're not booking, the first couple weeks, guests will come in and they're like, "Oh, I'll just call you. I'll book online. Yeah, we have an app. Yes, you can call us. Guarantee you're gonna wait 2 to 3 weeks before you call us."
So you guys actively are calling your members to make sure that they come in.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else is doing that.
No.
Nobody does that.
No.
Nobody does that.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing.
whoever's watching this podcast, ask Eddie when's the last time he came in. Make sure he comes in.
Yeah. I mean, I already phone call. I just like cut that part out.
Yeah, cut it out. No.
But
No,
listen,
but yeah, we are.
That's amazing, dude. That's amazing. That's amazing. I didn't know that.
So when somebody leaves,
Of course, you make
their
people
class-
feel like, okay, like let's go do it. You give them that little extra oomph.
Yeah, and especially we have a good group of members in our 2 studios. So we have one in Pinecrest, in the Sunnyland Plaza. Flanny's is there. Everybody knows what
Flanagan?
Flanny's. Yeah, Flanagan's there. And then we're
Flanagan's in that shopping mall?
Yeah.
To the right hand side?
yeah, that's the only way. Like people from Miami, they're like, wait, where? Or where Flanny's is on US one?
The US one, but everybody sees your building. Everybody sees that building in that little strip.
Yeah, we're in there. We're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
There's a Bank of America. There's a bank to the left hand side.
There's
too.
a bank. Yeah,
There's a
and we're in the
Wild Fork.
middle. Yes, we're right next to Wild.
Why
Fork.
yeah.
Yeah, and so
Shout out to Wild Fork. Still waiting on a deal. But,
yes. And then our Boca location. So our Boca Raton location. Where was I going with that? There was a reason.
with the like where you're located.
No, I forgot. Keep going.
It's all right. It's all right. I was going to ask you earlier, you mentioned something I think is really interesting, and I see it like trending everywhere now, red light therapy, like the red light. Tell me a little bit more about that. Like I see people with the red light mask now, and this guy, who was it? The one who did the morning routine.
Yeah.
Ashton Hall.
Ashton Hall, yeah.
Ashton Hall. He does like a little routine now. The guy who's like biohacking himself and going back into the past, and he has like an 18-year-old body. He talks a lot about red light therapy too. I have no idea what it is, but
yeah. So red light therapy is essentially infrared red lights that penetrate beneath your skin. I mentioned a few of them, but it's great for muscle growth. It's great for muscle soreness. So like when you're sore after your class, you come in, do a red light session, but also an abundance of other benefits. So like it's good for collagen reproduction.
gotcha.
Great for your skin. Yes.
That's what I was asking. Like, does that, will that hold my ojeras and stuff? Or?
Yeah.
Great
For real?
For
I want to walk around with
Yeah,
all
anyone
day.
else.
Yeah.
Right.
But you guys have like a big panel
so
red
we-
light.
Yeah.
Stand
Full
in front
body.
of naked.
We have
They
like
love
a
it.
handheld that we sell that people can, purchase it to use at home as well. But the rooms, what you're talking about, is we have these huge, the wall panels. So you can do it before your workout or after your workout. And it's a preference thing, I think. You get the benefits whether you do it before or after. I personally like it after. Yeah, because some people do it before if they're waiting for the next, maybe they're late to their class. And they're waiting for the next class to do the red light therapy or check on their Styku scan and do that. So, but yeah, the little panel.
Yeah, I
the
know,
mask.
but you guys have a nice one.
Yeah, it's full body. So
Full body.
You're getting it head to toe.
And what do you do? 5 minutes on each side or something? Or what's-
Yeah, 5 minutes on each side, and that's really all you need. And
It's very peaceful too. You're just like in the room, just
It's very zen.
kind of gives you like I always describe it as like a warm and fuzzy feeling.
yeah.
Inside it warms kind of your body internally. So
You guys mentioned OHM at home earlier. Okay.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about being able to do this workout at home, with just the OHM at home project.
Hold on. What are we saying?
you want me to go ahead? Okay,
Yes.
You got it. All right.
So basically, I'm assuming I buy a suit, I take it home.
Yeah. So so we've launched OHM at Home. We are selling kits. So it's a full kit, everything you need. It has a battery, it has a suit, it has a workout band, instructions, cleaning bags for the suit, everything you need to maintain the suit and work out in the suit. So yeah, you can purchase a suit and take it on the go, whether you're a business guy going from city to city and just can't come into the studio all the time. But we want to allow our members to enjoy our services in studio, but also life hits, right? You get busy. So we want them to be able to enjoy it outside of the studio as well. For me specifically, I love it as like a gym nut because I'll take it to the actual gym. And instead of sitting there for 2 hours working out, I grab my heavy dumbbells, do two sets of each movement.
You've been actively doing that?
I've done it quite a few times, and I've just taken it to my local gym. And
what gym do you go to?
So I go to Athletica, which is around in Boca. But yeah, and it's a super simple way to get your 25-minute workout in, whether you're doing it in a gym or whether you're just doing your basic.
And do people like look at you odd or anything? It looks like an outfit, actually.
Yeah, and honestly, like I put on sweatpants, and people don't even notice half the time.
Bionic man.
Yeah. You put on sweatpants or something or shorts,
and that way you can actually activate just the portions that you want too.
Exactly.
Good idea.
Exactly. So it's great for the gym nuts that want to get a little extra tonality, a little extra muscle growth in the gym. But also good for the day-to-day, like Erika, if you got 3 kids at home, you can do your workout at home, or have the option of having that high energy feel in the studio as well. So it's the best of everything, right? You get your studio vibes, you get your at-home care. So
in South Florida, we're just such a vacation spot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have people, they come vacation here. They
come
come vacation and they want to get a workout in. Maybe their hotel gym is
You're
great,
right.
and
you
they
got
want
a cruise or something. You want to be,
Think about if you've ever traveled for work or for personal needs. Like you Google, right? We search like gym near me. So we pop up. They come in, they love it, and then how do they take it back home, right? So it's just perfect for someone like that.
But that's a good point, because usually when you go to these other places around the countries and things, usually the gym is not like anything as like that. And, so if you have your little suit and you do a little workout, you feel real good.
You feel good, yeah.
You feel good.
You take
I wanted to go back a little bit. We talked about EMS biohacking workouts, okay, which is what OHM OHM is considered. Okay, can you tell me a little bit about EMS? Explain it for people who don't know EMS.
Okay. I'm not gonna do that one.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Explain to me. So I feel like this is like a EMS biohack. Okay.
Yeah.
For the people who don't know, explain a little bit about EMS.
yeah, so
Its history and
yeah, so EMS, we as a company did not invent EMS. It's been around for at least 60 years. And so essentially what it's doing is merging technology with fitness, and it's kind of enhancing, like we've been talking about, your workouts through the electromuscle stimulation that is being delivered in the suit. So it's helping you build muscle faster, tone quicker, and burning excess fat, all in just 25 minutes.
so you're merging technology with a workout. That's
Exactly.
what it is.
So yeah, I
That's
mean,
why it's considered biohacking.
yeah, and that's why it is considered biohacking, because it's letting you grow your muscles at a quicker rate than it would just doing something traditional in the gym, whether you're doing calisthenics or weight training. It's merging the two. You know, we live in 2025 now, so technology is everywhere, and now we're just merging it with our fitness.
Your next update's gonna have like a chat GPT integration.
Right, exactly.
I like
I
that.
feel like EMS felt it's been around for years, and maybe in foreign countries, used in beauty, and this is like we've done a really great job at bringing it into fitness, but also not making it's felt out of reach for people. And so when I think about my friend
That's a good
Q,
point.
I said, Q, did you ever hear about EMS before? And he said, yeah, just one time. I said, when? He's like, a celebrity. I'm like, who? Like Kim Kardashian. I was like, what? Send me the article, send me that podcast, whatever it was that that the Kardashians are using. So he saw it from a celebrity point of view, and it felt out of reach for him. And now him being able to do an EMS workout through our suits, we're bringing it to everyone. So I feel that there's a lot of great reasons as to why our studios are amazing. The sleek suit, it's modern. We've even the functionality of when you walk in and how quickly you can get in and out of the studio is great. But yeah,
You told me you've had celebrities and stuff and athletes at the stores. You told me you had some athletes and stuff.
yeah. And so it's I would say it's like a humbling experience for people who are like, oh, that feels like it's easy.
But tell me a little about that, because that's happened a lot. It happened with me.
Yeah.
When you say, "Hey, that's easy," you see a picture of it, 25 minutes, I can take it. People go and they get humbled. Talk to me about a little bit of that experience, and how often do you see something like that?
Oh my God, every day,
I'm
right?
I'm a story of that as well.
Oh, yeah?
Like I said, I've been boxing 7 years, and I was put in a suit, and halfway through, I wanted to like tap out. I was like, all right, my muscles are burning. I'm feeling sore during the workout. And so, yeah, I mean, I think for any fitness level, it's great because you can tailor it towards your own fitness level. But for someone who's like really into fitness, you can really push yourself to the next level. And like you said, it can be a very humbling experience.
There's a story that comes to mind. There's a friend of ours that got their friend, into a suit, and he's a coach, athlete. And I think the very next day, he's like, "What's going on? I can't even cut my steak with the knife because you're activating muscles that the pads aren't even over, right? Because it's going throughout, and it's activating muscles that you didn't even know you had." Right. So
my thing, like in the Boca location, I love when someone comes back and says, I couldn't even sit on the toilet.
Bro,
They're like,
I was
so
just thinking about that right now.
They're
When
like,
she was telling me that, I remember I could barely sit down.
Well, 4 weeks ago, I was 6 weeks postpartum. I went to my doctor's appointment in the morning, got cleared, and I was in a suit that afternoon. And I was like, oh man, and you have to keep going back.
Yeah.
If you feel sore, you have to come back, that at least maybe give yourself a day break, right? But you have to come back, and Cam can speak to a little bit more about why EMS and the pulses afterwards help and support your soreness, right? And because it helps you with recovery.
Of course, because you're making movements, you're running blood flow and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but a lot of folks, they'll try that first class, it's too hard, I don't want to come back, and it's no, you have to come back, finish the full week, and then you can get all the benefits, and then you'll feel a lot better. But
I know our producer Justin went, and he enjoyed it. No, you liked it.
Yeah, it was a good workout.
Everybody that's gone over there has come back
yeah.
It's
you have new muscles, right?
Now listen, between doing taking your 25-minute class, doing a Pilates class, or doing a cycling class, anything along those lines, this by far has the most benefit. No,
In terms of like,
not putting anything else down, but
Yeah.
Well,
like
I think we see a lot of folks that come in and are like, okay, now I'm gonna go to tennis. Like now I'm gonna go to my Pilates. So this could be your only workout, and it could also complement everything else that you're doing.
that's
So
how I use it.
yeah,
So I still box. So I box 3 times a week, but I also make sure I get in the suit that Tuesday and Thursday during my split. So, because I don't want to be in the gym for 2 hours every single day, Monday through
it's a lot
Friday.
of time.
You know what I mean? So,
and that's the right way to do it. You
Yeah.
you go to the gym for 45 minutes, you're not really doing much.
right. And you can use it as a supplement. And I feel like some people come in and like, oh, like you can't only, if people who are only doing this, they're not going to see anything. But honestly, they do. People that do this more often than not, they see more results than people that try to split it up. For me personally, I like to use it as a supplement, like I said. So I'll use it kind of on the days that I can't make it to the gym 2 hours a day, So you can use it as both, as something you solely do. When we did our fat loss challenge in January to kick off the new year.
Wait. Tell me. Let me. I'm gonna ask you. That's a great one.
Okay.
You guys hosted a fat loss challenge that you mentioned earlier. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So our fat loss challenge was a hit, and I think it is a statistical thing that we can say it does work. So in our Pinecrest location, we had about 90 participants in that.
Q is in there.
Yeah, Q is in that as well. You're right. And we had 85% of people either lose an inch in the waist or over 5 pounds. 85% of the 90 people who really took it for 6 weeks. It was only 6 weeks. So it wasn't 8 weeks. So it wasn't 12 weeks.
How many times a week?
Most people came about 3 to 4 times a week. And really, like we were talking about nutrition, they watched what they ate. They came consistent.
They did it the right way.
And they did it the right way. And just with EMS, no semi-glutide shots, no nothing like that.
Yeah.
They just came, did their EMS workouts. That's 75 minutes a week, doing it 3 times a week and watching what they ate. 85% of people saw a change in their body. And that's just 6 weeks.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I think the weight loss shots, right? That's like it's like a big
The semi-gluten?
Yeah.
yes. Like
Yeah.
folks are doing that a lot,
Sure.
right? And if it's for you, great, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm hearing is folks are losing muscle,
Yep.
right? And so
And your face gets really skinny. I don't know.
So-
Face,
so-
they call it.
if you're gonna keep doing it, we can complement because we can fix with red light the face, right? And with the workout and the suit, the building of the muscle. So it's just what are your come in, talk to us about your fitness goals, and then whatever you're doing, we can support you getting there through our process. So
What's the majority of demographic that go to you guys? The majority of
It's a big range, and I think it's because it is low impact that it doesn't necessarily exclude anybody. So we're not lifting, crazy weight. We're not back squatting, 315. So I would say our youngest in Pinecrest, we've got a couple college kids that are 20s, but we have
UM
also
campus right there.
Yeah, and we've got people in their 60s, 70s because
My dad turned 67 last week.
yeah.
Same birthday as Cam.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Cam.
Yeah,
June
yeah.
18th, and he loves this workout.
So I would truly say this is for everybody, because it is low impact. There's no strain on your joints, but you can customize the workout. Like I said, all the pads are individually controlled to fit your fitness level.
Do you guys see like a split, like male-female split, or 50-50?
Yeah, I would say in Boca, I would say it's closer to 50-50.
Yeah.
Our Pinecrest, not too sure.
I think it's 50-50. Yeah.
50?
Yeah.
I think it's no, I don't know. Are we 50-50
Probably 60-40.
60-40?
in Pinecrest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60-40?
Yeah, that's a
I was
60.
curious.
Yeah.
And age, like how old?
Age, I would say.
Because the Own Fitness and
Yeah.
the EMS programs is good for like older people.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
like you were telling me your dad just
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we
what's your
consider
dad's age right now?
he's 67.
And you said he likes it.
Yeah, he likes
So
it.
this can be used for older.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What you were mentioning, like low impact, joint friendly, like it's extremely joint friendly. And so for someone like my dad, who, he loves to work out, but maybe his shoulder hurts every once in a while, so he might like turn down the suit in this area, right? But it is I like to say like the suit is your gym, right? And because you can stand there with just the EMS on, and technically it's a workout when you think about like what we were sharing about the contractions and how you know how that works. But of course, if there's movement, you achieve your goals faster.
Yeah.
So
No, but for somebody older, 50
Yeah.
plus or something, this is una maravilla.
Yeah.
For them,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
getting a little stimulation and stuff.
yeah.
Get
Well, when I
Yeah.
when I told my mother-in-law, about it, she goes, "I see, yo lo hacía en Venezuela," and I was like, "What do you mean, like in Venezuela?" She's like, "Yeah, I used to sit there, and I would wear the pads, and
Yeah,
they do have it.
irons.
They had the technology. Of course, it was just
I used to
EMS.
see that a lot, like on the infomercials. Like,
Yeah, back
yeah.
in like
Well,
let's get
yeah.
your abs and stuff.
Yeah.
You see some guys just all super fit and
Yeah.
jacked up.
Yeah, or like someone's butt just like
Yeah,
tracking,
right.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, those commercials and those devices probably introduced it to people.
Yeah.
But it didn't make it sound like gimmicky at the time.
Yeah.
What you guys have is, next generation type
Yeah.
stuff. It's,
For sure.
for sure.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
You guys have anything else? I usually ask a question at the end
Yeah.
that I can ask you.
What
That
is
we
it?
get good traction.
What
It's
is
the
it?
hardest question.
Oh God.
Okay. You want to put your mic a little bit closer? You have to give me your top 3 restaurants.
Oh, that's the question?
Yeah. 3, 2, and 1. Go.
No.
Number 3.
I don't live in Miami, so this is
Yeah,
all
it's
you.
for you. Number 3.
Oh my
Erika's top three.
God.
Go.
This is horrible. I don't go anywhere anymore.
You gotta give me something. What do you eat? Your husband didn't take you anywhere? Something by you guys? You want to give a shout out?
Oh, what's
to?
this place? It's new. It's on Miracle Mile. It's here in the Gables. So I live right here. Oh my God. The new Mexican place on the.
Maíz en agave?
Yes.
Oh, you like maíz en agave? Wow.
Yeah. We just
those
went
are
on
nice.
a date night,
Is it
and
people?
oh my God, it was so good.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
the taco trio. I had margaritas. What did I have? Oh, I can't say it in English. Tamarindo margarita.
Tamarindo, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the best one.
It was
Yeah.
good. It was
They have
good.
these margaritas, $25,
Yeah.
but they crush.
I actually saw funny story. I saw one of our coaches there. Thiago was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A great spot.
Yeah.
Right here on Miracle Mile to the left.
Thiago's one of our coaches in
They're
Pinecrest.
opening a
He
new
was
place
there
in the
the night I
back.
was
This is
there.
breaking news that they don't know yet. We're working on.
Okay.
They're opening a new street Mexican food taco spot in the back.
I love it.
It's called Doña Leonora.
I love elotes and all
Those
the
are
corn
phenomenal.
stuff.
Yeah,
cheese.
great
and
spot.
everything.
Great friends of ours. They just
Yeah.
hit a year now in May. A big in the community.
Okay, that's not number 3.
Okay. So
I can't like rank it like that. Like
Okay,
it's
so-
just really great.
number next.
Okay. Oh my God. This is okay. So there's a place in by my house, and it's called Certo. It's like an Italian place. Yeah, it's really
Certo?
good. Certo. Oh my God, I spell it.
Certo.
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 Yeah,
And it's here.
that's how my kids say it. Actually,
Gables?
Certo. Yeah. No, it's right outside of Coral Gables. More of like I call it the Schmables, like West Miami unincorporated.
You're the first person to ever tell me that.
Why?
The Schmables?
Yeah, it's a Schmable. It's like
I've never
almost.
heard of that before.
Okay, so like 57th Avenue splits West Miami unincorporated, like Gables. So everybody asks me where I live. I'm like the Schmables. It's right.
I like
I'm
that. I like
unincorporated street.
that. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And what do you like about Cheto?
So very family friendly. I'll go in there with like now 3 kids, and they're super nice, and the food's delicious. It's like Italian authentic food, and they got
Oh.
like the brick oven. Yeah, and
Yeah, I gotta go check that one out.
there's not a lot of like maybe
There's great Italian food.
really well maybe okay. Well, I'll see your list
Some
because
great
I
Italian food here.
can't find it.
The Il Domo in the corner is phenomenal too.
Yeah, I don't really. This is like
Fratellini and
this is a minute and a half from my house.
No,
like
no,
we
I
could
got
walk
you.
there, we can drive there. So
No,
I
there's
love
some great Italian spots.
I love that spot.
And I wasn't even a big
What
pasta
else
person until
next?
lately. I just started eating pasta. Your last, and I wouldn't say number 1, but your last one.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going here tonight. What's it called? It's like it's on 8th Street. It's like Old Havana Cocina and Bar. Oh my God. It's right by the Domino Park on 8th Street.
Ball and Chain?
Right across from Ball and Chain.
Café La Trova?
Can I look at my phone?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I
Okay,
sent
okay.
it. I sent it.
Old
See,
Havana.
we're
Trova.
actually doing like a dinner night tonight. I got babysitters lined up.
Café La Trova.
No, Old Havana's Cuban Bar and Cocina.
Okay, yeah. I've never heard of that place.
No, live music, good Cuban
But
food. The vibes are good. The food is great.
But you've been there?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been there
okay.
2 times.
Okay.
2
You ever been
times.
there?
Yeah, I've been there. So the food is like, I mean, I'm Cuban, so like I grew up with like authentic Cuban food. So it it meets the bar with food. But I just like the vibe. So you can, park by the Domino Park, watch the little viejitos, playing dominoes.
You know that Domino Park, you're not allowed to play.
Oh, really?
If you walk in and you read the rules.
Oh, really?
You need to be, I think, 60 plus or 65 plus to sit down at those tables.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know
young
that.
person cannot sit, and they take it very serious.
Yeah.
You cannot, and you can't even sit behind them and make muecas.
Well, the last time I went, I was like, okay, so
it's a beautiful spot to go.
I just went like a Sunday ago or something. It was super hot, but I went and I took my my kids, and they were chasing like chickens. The roosters and the chickens were the A Street chickens. So my son like runs into the Domino Park, and then they yelled at him. They're like, "Chico, te va a morder!" Like they're gonna bite you. And so, anyways, it's just it's a journey to get to this place. So the food is good, but it is fun around there. Ball and chain, good music, good the Havana ice cream spot.
Yeah,
you're getting me hungry. I'm so hungry.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I like about that area is that there's like a lot of history there. A lot of
Yeah.
history, and if you look at the plaques on the walls, you read a lot of old school Miami history in that area.
Yeah, a lot of good art too, like on the walls. Yeah,
And that place can pick up too now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, but it could do better.
it could.
We could do
Yeah.
better. All right, guys. A pleasure.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
For
you so
having
much.
us.
it wasn't terrible.
It was great, actually. I'll be able to get a
I'm
lot of
hot.
content from there.